Good morning, YouTube. Today's Bible verse comes from John chapter 1, verse 5. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. That is today's Bible verse. I'm going to read it from the Amplified version. It says, the light shines on in the darkness, and the darkness did not understand it, or overpower it, or appropriate it, or absorb it, and is unreceptive to it. So I want to use for a subject the duality of man. The duality of man. As human beings, in Romans chapter 5, verse 12, it says that we're born into sin because of the fall of man. We're born into sin. We're born into darkness. Darkness is synonymous with sin. We're born into the darkness. Things that are inappropriate. So instead of let's not use the word sin, let's just use things that are inappropriate. We're born into an inappropriate situation where we do not understand. But in order to understand, you have to let God in. Because if we go to John chapter 1, verse 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. So that light that we're talking about is God. Meaning that you have to let God shine on all of your situations. You have to let God shine in your life. Even though you might be in a, let's say, dark place. You got to let God shine in on your situation. Back to the word appropriate. Some synonyms for the word appropriate is good, suitable, proper, true, fit, right, just, rightful. Some antonyms for the word appropriate is evil, improper, inappropriate, incorrect, misbehaving, unbecoming. So when we read this verse again, the light shines on in the darkness. God shines in on our inappropriate, our incorrect, our misbehaving, our unbecoming, our improper, our evil. And the darkness did not understand it. Our evilness, our improperness, our inappropriate, incorrect, misbehaving, unbecoming did not understand it, or overpower it, or appropriate it, or absorb it, and is unreceptive to it. So when we have God come in, which is good, just, suitable, rightful, proper, true, fit, he's going to show us how to shine in that dark space through him. Meaning that we have to be in the word, because John chapter 1 verse 1 says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. And then we go down to verse 4, it says, in him was life, and that life was the light of man, meaning God. So that's the only way how we going to shine in whatever dark place that we're in, is if we get into the word. Because go back to John chapter 1 verse 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and he was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. So, to put today's Bible verse into action, live an application of today's Bible verse. Let God's light shine on you on today. Let God's light shine in your dark place on today. Because when God's light shines on you in your dark place, meaning that you got to get into the word, but when his light shines on you in your dark place, guess what's going to happen? Your darkness is not going to understand it. It's not going to overpower it. appropriate it, absorb it, and it's going to be unreceptive to it. So your darkness is going to have to, in other words, go. When you put a flashlight in a dark space, whatever was dark is now illuminated and now you can see. So when God comes into your life on today and dispels your darkness away, guess what? It has to go. Your darkness has no choice but to go. Meaning that I said darkness was synonymous with sin, which was synonymous with things that are inappropriate, which we use the word antonyms for evil, improper, incorrect, unbecoming. All of that stuff has to go when you allow God to shine his light on you through the word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. He was with God in the beginning. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness. The light's going to shine in the darkness no matter what. There's nothing that we can do about it. So let God's light shine on you today, and remember, you have the power to make it a great day.